Hey there, how you doing? Thank you for coming along to this video. My name is Paul Murphy. What a good memory I've got, huh? And this be a video. I've got to stop looking at the viewfinder. I do apologise, I'm not getting eye contact with you. And this is mainly for my children. So, hi Dylan and Emily. I appear to be sinking down here. What's going on here? Can you see me now? Can you see me now? So this is part 2, which is following part 1, and if there's a part 3 it will precede. Anyone else watching this, you won't get this, but my children know exactly where I'm coming from here. So Dylan and Emily, hello, it's Daddy here. Trying to think, I think it's the 28th of May 2023. The years all bleed into one, don't they? And this is part 2, as previously mentioned, of me reading poems for my children. For you, my children. And just to recap briefly, I've already done one video where I've done them in my normal poetry recital voice, but I'm making videos for my children now where I would read them to them as if they were here now, and the way they used to hearing Daddy read to them when Daddy read stories and everything. And we got all the way to page 25 yesterday in 36 minutes. So, shall we go to the zoo today? And this is one I never got to do with you guys when you were here. Right, okay, clean intro. Don't be naughty. Shall we go to the zoo today? What shall we do today? Pretend we're at the zoo. I could be a camel. Would you like one nub or two? Maybe we'll be tigers roaming in the glade. When they hear our mighty roar, all ears will be afraid. You could be a monkey. I know you like bananas. Or we could play the cute card and be two snuggly pandas. Or shall we be penguins, waddling all about, doing the hokey cokey, putting our flippers in and out? Would you like to be a bear? But what about those claws? I know, we could paint them pink and hear them all go, oh. Shall I be a seal? Oh wait, they've got no hair. I'm too young to be bold, so let's not even go there. We could be two cheetahs, the fleetest feet on earth. Or possibly hyenas. Like us, they are full of mirth. I know, let's be peacocks and spread our rainbow tails. That will brighten everyone's day if the sunshine fails. Shall we slither like we're snakes with our tummies on the ground? For sure, if someone sees us, they won't long hang around. Oh, and speaking of that, should we be orangutans? They're very popular, you know. They've got a lot of fans. How does a giraffe sound to you, or is that neck too long? By the time your breakfast reaches your belly, supper's been and gone. Hey, let's take things cool and easy. Now be a pair of sloths. We could put mascara on, then we'd be soft sloth goths. We could be alpacas. I think they're a bit like llamas. They say they've got some nasty habits, but we would make them charmers. Shall we pretend we're pelicans? Think of the poor fish. Vegetarian pelicans, maybe. That would be their fishy wish. I know, let's be leopards. I hear that spots are in. We could play join up the dots. But where would we begin? I would like to be an owl. They say they're very wise. They can turn their heads 360 degrees. You can't take them by surprise. Don't forget the elephants. Well, how ironic would that be? Because amongst their other attributes is a very good memory. Would you like to be zebras? However you pronounce it. Stripes are the fashion this year, my dear. Look at me announce it. Shall we pretend we're wombats? I really like the name. But they don't hang upside down in caves. No, they're really not the same. I'd like to be a dormouse. I think that would be great, because I like to lie in bed, and dormice hibernate. You should be a koala bear because you're cuddly and you're cute. But don't eat too much eucalyptus. I hear it makes one toot. Or we could be two dolphins and play in the aquarium. People love to see them doing tricks. They sit there for hours and stare at them. Let's go colourful and exotic and be two parakeets. We'd be feathered walkie-talkies. Wouldn't that be neat? Now, I don't know what the plural is. 2 times a hippopotamus. They can weigh up to 4 tons. So there would be a lot of us. Well, all this thinking about the zoo brought this thought to me at the hop. Why don't we be 2 visitors and call into the ice cream shop? Handprints. You don't remember this, still. It's on one of the photos I sent you, but you came home from nursery one day. You would have been a year and a half, I guess. You came home from nursery. That makes it sound like you just walked in the back door, you know, threw your satchel down on the chair, ambled in, huffed up on the sofa, and oh, man, what a day! You can't believe it. Oh, fix me a martini. Yeah. I collected you from nursery one day, and they gave me this art print that you made, and they painted your hands red and put them on paper, and there's a little poem there called Handprints, which I've subsequently put music to, actually, and because I've kept everything, you know. Oh man, sorry, I'm drifting off because I was in the shed yesterday, and I thought, what's in this plastic bag? And I pull out this plastic bag, and it's your first swimming costumes, you know, from the pool that we had here. You were like 18 months old. I had to look at the size, you know, 12 to 18. Oh man, you know, kept it all. Anyway, I've only kept it all up there and all in here. I've kept it all in the shed and the locker and boxes. I'm going to cough. I like to announce these things in advance. While I cough, have a look at the front cover of this book. And now I'm going to cough in C sharp. Man, that's made my eyes water. Where was I to with this? Well, I was through here, wasn't I? That's right, yeah. So, and then I like the idea of handprints, so I wrote this and put music to it. So, what I'm about to read now, the title is from then. And what I was trying to say is, what you came home from the nursery with, I retained the words to, and I put music to it to make a song. And this one here, I retained the title and put words to it to make a poem. Handprints. I just got up. I'm so sorry. Even though I'm trying to do this jocular, and even though I wrote them, when these go carouseling down the corridors of my mind. Okay. On the 6 trombones. Handprints. You clasped your tiny hand in mine and gazed into my eyes. You captured me from that first grasp, and I felt love arise. I swore I would protect you from that day to evermore, that no obstacle would block us, that there would be no locked doors. As I gazed down into your crib, I felt all shade depart. You clasped your fingers soft in mine and left handprints on my heart. I have another cough coming. Oh, what's going on here? Well, actually, I do. I was sorting out, you don't want to know this thing, but I was on the top of the wardrobe. There's some of my old press releases there. May 2005. That's how often I do. I do housework. And I looked at all these old newspapers, and I put all of them there, and I was just like, you know, like a sandstorm going down my throat. I thought, why have I kept a newspaper from 2005? And there I am, I had a book out at that point, and it was the local newspaper, you know, some pictures of me. So they're in the recycling, all apart from the dust, which is in my tickling my epiglottis like I've got a porcupine down there. Okay, steps you've yet to take. This is another one from when you were young babies, you know. Some of these are written more for you as you get older, and as we go through the book, some of them for when you're pre-teens, giving my sagely advice to you. But this is called Steps You've Yet to Take. I'm so sorry, there's another cough coming. Should we try again? Thank you for coming to this video. It's 35 minutes of me coughing and spluttering. Hey, it's not the worst thing you'll see on YouTube, if that's where you're watching it. Steps you've yet to take. May you never know the shade of sorrow, nor the sound of hatred's voice. Let everything you do in life be only from free choice. And if the wolves of hate should bay, may you quell them with your smile. And if anger walks towards you, may you disarm that fiend so vile. Should sadness ever touch your hearts, and tears teem from your kind eyes, may forgiveness be your byword, for that way justice lies. The road of life has many curves, but make your path run smooth, and always look for empathy in the companion that you choose. If a viper's voice should unleash poison, then a pure ear is the cure. Be not led into temptation through some false prophet's door. True friendship does not come with cost, but with equanimity. And true love knows no sanctioned hearts, but only those that are free. I thought for a minute there was going to be another verse on the next page. This is the reprint, by the way, guys. The one that's the older print. The viewfinder works backwards. It's the last one. You haven't seen this. I don't think you've had yours delivered yet, although I sent you a copy. But the main difference is a lack of spelling errors in here. Oh, I made a mistake on the owl verse, and we should go to the zoo. They can't turn their heads 360 degrees, although wouldn't that be neat? But they can. 270 is what I've got in the book. Anyway, so I've put some of the original handwritten lyrics in here as well, which haven't reproduced very well. Naughty Amazon printers. My son. We get a bit Wordsworthy here. My son. 'Twas fae him that the sun did light, 'twas fae him that the mists did part. No sorrow words did his mouth alleave, no flame stare to his eyes depart. That's what you call succinct, isn't it? Well, actually, it's not called succinct, it's called My Son. Can you hear the light falling down? Where's Ava Gardner and Charlton Heston? Google them. What am I asking an 8 and a 10-year-old? My daughter, the dawn shall hail her praises, and equity guide her hand. Love shall be her servant, and time hers to command. Another one of the short ones. I'm sorry that my eyes keep departing over that. I've got Scooby-Doo on the television and my eyes keep catching my eyes. So, now listen to this one, my darling children. Right now, this one is called A Father's Advice. You listen to me, you young whippily snapper with you. So this is called A Father's Advice, and this is just, you know, this is me now. This is for you when you maybe get to 12 or 13 or something, you know, for reasons you know. I have to put that out there now, and God bless the internet so you can actually see these things. But there's a lot of truth in it. Well, there's totally truth in that, you know. Take it from me. Everyone makes, it's okay to make the same mistake once, you know. But shh, being heckled by the furniture now. Man, have I sunk low. Make a mistake once, use your intelligence, learn from it, and that way you don't make the same mistake twice. And as I said to you before in the first video, which I haven't actually got uploaded or anything yet, the other bit of fatherly advice I will give to you is never take the first offer. Okay, always get a second offer. Your best friends in life is the words, "I'll get back to you on that," or "I'll take some advice on that." Okay, never go, "Yeah, okay then," you know. Walk away. Better to lose a good deal than get taken in by a bad deal. A father's advice. Well, I'm just full of a father's advice, aren't you? Never shove a rabbit down your trousers on a Tuesday. Yeah, some good fatherly advice there. They don't like it, you know. Wednesdays, you know, they're not too bad about it. A father's advice. Outside your window, there are about 1 million sparrows chirping away at the moment. I got so many. That's not the poem, by the way. There's so many birds out there now, guys. You cannot imagine. But every time I go out, they just come from everywhere, you know. So I had a shower earlier on today and put the towel out to dry it on the line, you know. And which wasn't easy because I haven't got one. And just all of a sudden, you know, the sky went dark. All these sparrows there, you know. And I was like, look, you're getting through a loaf of bread an hour here, kind of thing, you know, and commensurate amount of water, always put them out water as well. And, you know, and I tried to get back to the house, and, you know, there's a group of starlings there, you know, they came down. You know, what's that Disney movie, is it Snow White or something, where the animals come down? Well, it wasn't like that here, you know, a bunch of sparrows came down, got me on, put me behind my back, and, you know, there's a big wood pigeon there in front of me going, "Where's our bread? Where's our bread?" with his wings like that. Well, I think 2 of them broke into the house. You know, I came in and they were on the computer. They got my login details and they were putting an online order in. You know, who wants gluten-free bread? Ooh, ooh. That's my impression of a wood pigeon now. Where do we get to? A father's advice. Correct. Well, we've got up to page 38. We're doing better than yesterday. A father's advice. Oh, for £1 for every time I've said the word "a father's advice" in the last 10 minutes. A father's advice. Outside your window lies a world of beauty, sapphire dreams, in a world oft times of cruelty. So step wisely where'er you tread. Remember words oft. Thank you. Is that you texting me? Get on with it. Emily, text him and tell him to get on with it. As I was saying, our father's advice. Our father's advice. If you're going to do a recording, always leave your telephone out on the staircase. Our father's advice. Outside your window lies a world of beauty, sapphire dreams, in a world oft times of cruelty. So step wisely where'er you tread. Remember words oft stay unsaid. Upon tongue's rivers invective oft times flows. Why that is, no one truly knows. Seek honesty as your path's safe light. Trust you not, lies windswept night. Beware the suitor who dresses in disguise. Their gifts fade in the cusp of sunrise. Each step taken leaves one less to take. Hearts like yours should never break. Believe in yourselves first and foremost. Tomorrow's face is yesterday's ghost. An open hand can still conceal. Always choose what you reveal. Before the answer must come the question. Beware false smiles that mask deception. Your life is yours and yours alone. Hold those words when you have grown. Should we do it again? Oh no! The father's advice. The father's advice. Shall I do it in G7? Okay, this book's going to be longer and à la recherche de la temps perdu before we finish. What does a pear do? Well, it just hangs around on a tree, really. Before the dawn comes calling. This is another one. This is another one from when you were lying in your Moses basket there. Oh man. I've got one bad memory about that actually, but that's not to do with us, the three of us. But yeah, by the time you came along, Emily, it was just an entire children's room, you know. But when you came along, Dylan, I'd been working quite a lot, and I still have my office in what became your room. So I'd be in there working away on the computer all night long, and you'd be there, and I had the Moses basket, and I would be just looking at the screen and looking down at you, and looking at the screen, looking down at you, looking at the screen. I got a brilliant memory that I might choke up about, but John Lennon. Now, Emily, of course, we all like John Lennon. Yours and my favourite album, Emily, being John Lennon's rock and roll album, etc. Well, yours is rock and roll, but it said in it, night I just got dead. But his album after that was one called Double Fantasy. When that came out, we John Lennon fans were not overly enamoured of it. It didn't fit into the 1980s. We'd waited 6 years for it, and only half the songs were his. And the lead track was strong-ish, but so badly produced, that we were all like, oh man, maybe better if we waited 16 years or stay with our memories. And there was a song on there called Beautiful Boy by John Lennon. And we were coming off the back of punks and John Lennon being this, our king rocker and everything. And, to get to the John Lennon tracks, you had to, you're not talking CDs or streaming in those days, no one had the patience to pick the needle up and skip every other track, I won't tell you why, but you'll maybe catch on to it at some point. And then I got this box set, the anthology box set, that had some outtakes on, and I had it in the CD drawer, and Beautiful Boy came on. Oh man, and then it hit me, and then I got what that song meant and everything. And I just, it all came washing over me. And now, here I am, with a whole book of songs about you. Right, so this is another one from Written When You Were Down. I said it was going to be one of the funny ones, wasn't it? Well, I always used to slot these anecdotes into you as well. As you would gaze one eye up over your telephones and go, oh, what's he on about now? Yes, we get it. You love us. You tell us that every 15 seconds. It's fine, Dad. Okay. Anyway, so this is called Before the Dawn Comes Calling. And this is kind of like a little lullaby that I wrote and used to sing to you. Before the dawn comes calling. Before you nestle to sleep's bosom, hear my closing words anew. Every night and every day, each moment, I love you. Before you drift to dream sweet lands, where skies are always blue. Carry my words inside your hearts. My darlings, I love you. Before the lullabies fade away, their refrain of love so true, hold their sweet melody in tight. Your daddy, he loves you. Before the dawn, it comes a-calling, with a brand new day for you, like yesterday and like today. Tomorrow, I'll love you.
I'm not sentimental.
Your father's promise. Your father's promise. The sands are rolling by. I'm trying to vary up the tempo and everything here, but I keep falling into the song, you know, because I can hear the music in the back of my head. Your father's promise. The sands are rolling by, blown by the soft breeze of time. The ripples on life's lake slowly grow more wide, and my love for you gets stronger every day. My love for you gets stronger every day. More smiles accumulated, bonds built, and further elevated. More precious memories consecrated. And my love for you runs deeper every day. And my love for you runs deeper every day. The clouds all homage bow, each priceless second that we are allowed. Each dawn I renew my resolve and vow that my love for you shines brighter every day. My love for you shines brighter every day. And there's the original handwritten lyrics. Can you see that, Dill? I've put Evie's lovely message to you in there, along with the original lyrics. I'm sure you still do remember this, Dill, but I'll just recap it in any case. So, your great friend, Evie, I was collecting you from school one day, and you were coming out, and your classmate Evie came running up to me. Paul, I said, yeah, hi Evie. And she gave me this note. It was in an envelope actually. She gave me this envelope and she said, could you give this to Dylan please? And I said, well, because you were like 2 feet away from me. I said, yeah, sure, but he's only there. I want you to give it to him, she said. I said, yeah, that's no problem, Eve. I said, now, or do you want me to wait till I get home? When do you want me to give it to him? And she said, oh, you can give it to him now, she said. I said, okay. She said, you can read it if you want. So I took it out. And I nearly embarrassed myself in front of the playground, just like I'm kind of doing now. And well, let's not make it public here. I've sent you the letter and I hope that you've been given it. And if not, the original is in here, But I just went, and it was just so nice. And when I got home that night, so then I gave you read it in the car all the way back, and clutching it through and everything. And I got back, and I hadn't played guitar in a couple of years at that point. I hadn't touched a guitar. And I took the opening lines that she'd written to you, jiggled them around a little bit. And but I just wrote this song, bam, just like that, and put music to it. Tried to find a camera and set everything up and recorded it. And I did bounce it down on a disc. I was not looking good, so I've not been able to upload the performance. I didn't realise just how serious things were then, but I don't know if I should say any more. Hopefully the video will get to you at some point, but it's a pretty good song, considering that I've been retired for a good few years at that point. Well, I only played guitar twice from the time you were born till, so yeah, once was on your 3rd birthday. Was it your 3rd or your 2nd birthday? I think it was on your 2nd birthday, and someone asked me to, there was a party going on here, and some of your relatives who were on the computer, oh, I'm almost out of time here, wanted me to play, so I think they thought I was going to play Happy Birthday to You, but they didn't realise if you've been a performer for 30 years, again, I've got the footage of it. So I just strapped on a guitar and I just went into full-on Paul Murphy in concert mode. I played Heaven's Door, Knocking on Heaven's Door, you know, so as your birthday party. There's some great footage because you were sitting there on the floor there in your dungarees because it's the middle of summer, everything, and just looking up at me, and I'm there romping around, you know, like I'm on a stage and everything, and blasting out this harmonica solo, and everyone in here's got their phones pointed at me and everything. I'm just going off all around the place, just like I used to do on stage and everything. Anyway, I better be quiet now, otherwise I don't have enough time to do this one. So this is going to be the last one for here, because these files only last 35 minutes. So for Dylan and Emily and Evie, and for children everywhere, this is a song from parents to children, and it's called My Child. My child, without you I am nothing. You inspire me with all of my heart. Without you my life would have no meaning. Until you came, my life did not even start. And if the world is crushing you, I will rush to you. I'll light the night for you, fight every fight for you. If sadness comes your way, I'll find the words to say. If you need a trouble shared, I will always be there for my child. My child, may all your stars shine brightly. May every dream you ever dream come true. When I feel my fire's expired, you keep it burning. I only learnt what true love means when I met you. And if the world is crushing you, I will rush to you. I'll light the night for you, fight every fight for you. If sadness comes your way, I'll find the words to say. If you need a trouble shared, I will always be there for my child. My child, to you I am indebted. Without you I would exist without a soul. Before you came along, my life was nothing. I was mere pieces and you made me whole. And if the world is crushing you, I will rush to you. I'll light the night for you, fight every fight for you. If sadness comes your way, I'll find the words to say. If you need a trouble shared, I will always be there for my child. God bless you. Thank you so much for your time and patience. If anyone else listens to this, this has just been pure self-indulgence for me, Dylan and Emily. What can I say? You know I love you with all my heart and soul. Because you are just the most amazing, wonderful, kind, talented, beautiful, warm, friendly, charming, intelligent, intuitive, creative. You're just the best, children.